We just didn't know that Hitler was going to do anything.
Yeah, not a clue.
And like, even when you see those documentaries, like, I wanted to leave, but my father, like when you see the Holocaust one, there's some Jewish family going, my father said that nothing would happen and everything would be all right. Then you see all the saluting and the standing in a square, yelling the nasty comments. And all
only one thing could come of that.
Yeah. Like, if you saw it now, you'd be like, I don't trust that group.
There's something kind of shady.
Especially since the Germans had already fucked up 20 years earlier.
Yeah, just 20 years earlier, they had done the same thing.
And also that their figures were like skulls and eagles. It was like, what the fuck's wrong with these people?
It's interesting when you watch the Hindenburg come in too, because it's a giant swastika on the tail.
Yeah.
You know, and it comes in, and everybody's like, oh, the tragedy. A few years later, it's like, good. Fuck them. But it is odd to see. It's like, and there it is, the wonderful Hindenburg coming over to Lakehurst, New Jersey, and it's just a giant swastika on the tail.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was something like 3 stories high or something.
Wasn't the swastika originally owned by the Hare Krishnas? Like, it's a Hare Krishna symbol.
It's a peace sign.
A lot of religions and cultures had it, and one of them was an Asian society, and it had it as a symbol of peace. But it was the other way around. It pointed counterclockwise.
It always just looks like something that you put at the bottom of a cartoon character to make it look like it's running.
Yes. Hitler turned it around and then tilted it. Gave it that little tilt.
He was wonderful with design. You can say what you want. I would have let him decorate my house.
Great eye for
lovely
design.
Color.
The reds and blacks
the
look
outfits
great.
were amazing. He approved the Volkswagen Beetle, which hippies drive ironically fucking to this day.
Love them.
He knew how to market.
And that swastika was, before it got tied to everything. I mean, who's going to deny it ain't a cool-looking symbol? Yeah. I told a story a few years ago about how I used to draw a swastika on... Remember the old sneakers, like the PF Flyers, would have the rubber tips on them?
Right,
yeah. I used to draw swastikas on the front of those, not because I had any clue about what it represented, just because it looked cool. And my teacher once pulled me aside.
That's the same reason that I wear stripy pajamas.
my teacher pulled me aside and was like, what's that on your sneakers? And I went, I don't know. And she goes, do you know what that represents? And I went, no, because I didn't. And she tried to explain it to me, but I'm a kid. And I didn't fucking know. I just thought it looked cool in pen to draw a swastika.
You still do.
How did you know about it as a
synagogue
kid?
door.
How did you know about it as a kid? Like
just
did
watching,
your father have a lot of them around the house?
Yeah, they were all over the place. Watching shows like Hogan's Heroes and Combat.
You just knew.
Things like that. You just kind of knew.
We all kind of just drew it growing up.
Yeah, you drew. It's kind of a cool thing to just kind of draw.
What it really
meant. I think we need another Hogan's Hero sitcom for the modern day. I think we need like a whole lot of like a MASH or something.
A MASH, something about Afghanistan or Iraq.
About Afghanistan, Iraq, and then like the bumbling Al Qaeda outside that are just like, come here, Akmel. Oh, don't you tell them that I'm drinking alcohol.
Did you see Four Lions?
No.
Chris Morris directed.
Yeah, that was
great. You got to see that.
Suicide Bombers. It's a comedy. It's great, and it was British.
No, I haven't seen it.
You would love it. You would love it.
4 Lines.
Yes, you would love it.
What was that noise? Was that the computer?
Some kind of volume coming out of something.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
On my iPad, I was checking something out.
Oh!
I turned it off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was wondering where it was.
Yeah. We should break because we got John Ratzenberger coming.
Oh, yeah.
And we learned that Jim Jeffries knows everything about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a fan, yeah.
He's an expert, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Me and my brother play a game called Movies We Spot Cliffy in whenever we watch films. And so me and my brother sit there, and when like Superman 2 comes on, yeah, it's Superman 2. Hey, there we go. And he's in Superman 1 and he's in Superman 2 playing 2 different characters.
Well, that's a bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's that one like in Superman 2 when the 3 people go up to the moon and they fuck up the moon landing. He's the one that goes, I think he said it's a girl that he saw. Like that's him,
right?
He's the guy
right.
at Houston, yeah.
Yeah, when Zod.
Yeah.
Zod.
More with Jim Jeffries, who's playing the Stress Factory this weekend.
Stress Factory this weekend.
Tonight and tomorrow, right?
Yep.
And then Jimmy's going to be there in early November.
November 3, 4, 5, yes. So you can see both shows. Go see Jim this weekend, then wait a month and come back.
Right on. Ratzenberger, John Ratzenberger, joining the show in a few minutes. Stay there.
Hi, who's this?
My name is William, and I like to wear dresses.
R. Yeah. E. Goodness gracious. T. Yeah. A. Oosh. R. D. Retard. Retard. Yeah. Woo. B. Retarded. B. Retarded. B. Retarded. B. Retarded. Stomp your hands and clap your feet. Retardation can't be beat. You know we retarded. T-A-R-D. T-A-R-D. Retard. Yeah, woo.
My name is William, and I like to wear dresses.
The Virus. Sirius XM.
Traveling around New York City can be quite an overwhelming experience. Luckily, there's the Anthony Cumia Guide to Psychotic City Driving.
Yes. I'm such a raving lunatic.
Throughout this step-by-step tutorial, Anthony will teach you his rules of the road.
Fuck you.
And how to avoid driving mistakes.
And this is the deal. I will fucking voice my opinions with anybody.
You'll learn how to correctly deal with drivers failing to yield during a merge.
Yell things like, I'm fucking getting in. I don't care what you do. You cocksucker.
What to do when somebody is tailgating you.
Back right into him. Boom. Hey! That's like, fuck you.
How to avoid pedestrians crossing an intersection.
Bear down on them. There's nothing more fun than watching a pedestrian have to run through the crosswalk because you're bearing down on them.
And last but not least, the pesky New York City cab driver.
Oh, they're just driving safely. No, you're not. You fucko. And if they want to get out of the car, what is your problem? Kick the fucking door right into them. Right into them. And then you drive away and go, ah. Told him.
It's the Anthony Cumia Guide to Psychotic City Driving.
Ah, you cocksucker.
Available at toll plazas everywhere.
Last night I think I shit the bed. Got so drunk I gave a dude head. Life is just a merciful blur when you pop a piss wasser. Piss wasser, don't drink it slow. 3 a.m. buy some low. Sleep in the bathroom on the floor. What really matters anymore? All the crap you do all day. Who fucking cares? Anyway, it's water, this is beer. Drive drunk off of beer. It's water, drink all day. It helps your troubles go away, yeah. Pisswasser, cheap German lager for export only.
Sirius XM, The Virus. The Opie and Anthony Show.
We're back.
We're back.
With Norton and Friends.
Better than ever. We're back.
Greg and Tony are here. Jim Jeffries is here.
Jim
Kenny's
Jeffries.
here. And Daniel.
We actually have, I guess, Cliff Clavin coming in.
It's great to be here, boys.
That's fucking... Jim Jeffries does a great Cliff
I
Clavin.
tell you, I was doing the Edinburgh Festival, and the Edinburgh Festival is like the big comedy festival in Scotland, and the theatre next to me, George Wendt was in a sketch group, Norm from Cheers.
Yeah.
And me and him, because we had dressing rooms next door to each other, we sort of got along over the course of the month. Like, we spoke to each other each day, and hello. And he liked me until I got drunk, and it would always end with me going, hey, Normie.
And he's probably like, all right.
A couple of years ago.
Fucking heard
and
it.
so if he saw me sober, he was like, hey, Jim. If he saw me drunk, that fat old man would run
away. He was actually on the show, George Wendt. That was the day I was off, but Opie and Jimmy had quite the pisser with him.
Disastrous interview.
Yeah, kind of slow, was it? Yeah. Yeah.
Not good.
And what did you do wrong? What happened?
He's selling a book about beer. Okay? His book was about his favorite beers, which sounds like an absolute dud waiting to happen.
Yeah.
But we sat with him, and he was really not talking much and being very low key. So I was asking him about drinking and stuff, and just about not being on Cheers anymore. It was kind of depressing.
Yeah, that's
but
what
then
I heard.
He just got really sad.
Yeah, it was
depressed. And he said,
kind
"You
of
just
a-
want me to leave?" And
he actually asked that too.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he didn't like being on Cheers anymore. He didn't
No,
like.
no. We were. He thought we were just bringing up sad things.
George went.
But he brought out a book about beer. Like he does know that he's not Norm. Right?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's like you're not Norm. But
it's like the guy from Dexter bringing up a book about murder.
Yeah.
'Cause these are the people I've killed.
It's a show.
Do we have any George Wendt clips we can play for Jim Jeffries real fast? Because it was a moment, man. Me and Jimmy were...
Normie, don't you let those boys push you around.
me and Jimmy, Ann was out.
If Jim Norton just speaks to you that way, you tell him to come and see me.
Ann was out that day, and me and Jimmy were in this weird place with him. It was great.
Terrible interview.
We wanted to call him out.
I wish I would have
Fucking
been
hideous
here for that one.
It was hideous.
But it was so depressing.
I hear
He was so depressing.
I hear John though is a little more. He's done a few more things though than George Wendt has done.
John Ratzenberger, he's done all this stuff with Pixar.
Yeah.
He's
Toy
done
Story.
He did a wonderful infomercial for Stern Pinball.
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah, I like pinball, and he did a documentary on their factory.
Oh well, he had that show where he would travel around America and kind of talk about weird things in weird places, like giant frying pan in Idaho or something.
Yeah, it's all quality television.
Oh, of course, yeah. But he's done other stuff. So I would gather he'd have more to talk about than a George Wendt.
I tell you what I did yesterday on the way home when I was going back to Jersey, back to the hotel. I read the William Shatner book, right?
Yeah.
And
good, right?
you read it in his voice in your head when you read it. They tell you. But there was this thing that he sort of things about Shatner, which you were talking about on the show, and it said, well, I hosted 911. And it saved, which is like a crime watch thing. Like
it was the Rescue 911.
Yeah, have you seen these people? It's one of those shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, and it saved over 350 lives, that TV program, right? And I remember that fucking program on Australian TV.
Yeah.
And it actually killed a few people because our number's 000.
Oh,
we don't
shit. People died on 911.
so many people started watching that show that, like, there was like just kids with like a dying grandmother next to them just going, the phone's not working.
911.
So he might have saved lives in that country.
Please hang up and try again.
Yeah.
You dialed the wrong number.
911. All right, give it another go.
Give it a go.
You know what I always hated about 000? Because when I was young, we had like one of those, you put the finger in, you pulled it around.
Yeah, the rotary dial. Yeah.
The zero was right at the end.
Yeah.
So there's the longest number to call for an emergency. like your house is burning down.
Yeah, 111. Right.
There's an emergency. Oh, fuck. 000.
I remember the rotary phones. You used to force it back. You're in such a hurry that you'd take the dial and you'd go to the finger stop and then push it back.
It was amazing how they worked, though, that it just, if you had to just stop your finger in that thing, like it, even at the early days of the phone, that didn't look like a system.
No, it didn't look like something anyone,
like
someone could have brought that in and you go, no, that won't work.
No, that's not the right one. Just
better.
try having the numbers on buttons.
Yeah, and push them.
We weren't pushing buttons yet? They couldn't figure that out?
They actually didn't have push-button phones until like the 60s.
I know, but it seems like they should have had.
I'll tell you an invention that I thought took for fucking ever to get going was making stamps stickers. Like, you know how you get a stamp now, and it's just a sticker. You just stick it on the fucking envelope.
Yeah, you don't have to lick
You'd
it.
go into the post office. They'd be selling different stickers in the post office box, and there'd still be that old bag with a fucking sponge sitting next to it. And you're like, surely someone can figure out a better system than this fucking adhesive that you have to put on your tongue.
Very unsanitary too, because where the fuck
Absolutely.
do they store those stamps and everything?
They were supposed to have them a lot earlier, but they didn't because the adhesive they didn't think was going to work.
The Simpsons are going to end it.
Jimmy. That's such a lie. I was watching a thing on YouTube about the change from rotary phone to push button phone, and they actually.
Were you just watching it now? Or?
No, I had watched it like maybe a week ago.
Okay.
And it was put out by the phone company, which was the phone company back then.
Yeah.
And it was the lady that did the demonstration. She had to demonstrate. and now you push a button, and this is how you would dial this number. And it's the same woman that now still does, if you'd like to make a call, please hang up. And it's her fucking voice. It's the same woman.
My life was better before the phone companies got unrestricted.
Yeah.
Right? Because before, if we wanted to ring my grandmother in Queensland from Sydney to Brisbane or whatever, it was like now it's the same price as ringing anywhere in Australia. Right. But it was like $5 a second, and your dad used to stand next to you with a watch and just pass it on to your brother, and you'd go, "Happy birthday, Grandma! Pass it on to your brother," like that, right? And then when they deregulated, it's like we can talk as long as we want. You're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm on this conversation forever now."
People used to actually say that. Like, make it quick.
Fucking Skype. My mother loves Skype, right? My mother will sit there on Skype and just look at me. And I'm like,
You know what you should do?
Nothing to say, just staring.
Work up a rod, and then just stand up and let her see it and walk off fucking camera. She'll never do that again.
The thing is that my mum also was big on when she found out that she bought this call plan that she could call America for as much as she want for $10 or something like that. And my excuse used to always be, I need to do a shit. Right? Oh, Mum, I gotta go. I gotta do a shit. Right? And my mum's like this. She'd be like, I'll wait. And I didn't need to do a shit, so I just walk away from the phone what I thought an appropriate amount of time for a shit was. And then I come back like, all right, I'm back again.
Hey, do we have time to talk about that guy from Occupy Wall Street?
Oh, yeah.
Do we have like 2 minutes before John comes in?
I tell you, the worst
Because
thing...
we have an update on this kid. He came in the other day. He's one of our interns, and he's occupying Wall Street, man.
He's pretty articulate on the air.
Pretty articulate, making his points. I don't know how much I believe or agree but he was well spoken.
He's there for the fingering.
And then he figured some broad. And do we have time? Why are we closing the curtains?
But he
we forget we're doing that from now on. After last time,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But here's the deal. He got a bunch of tweets, I guess, because I was reading some tweets about it, and people were digging it. Okay. They were digging it.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, and they're like, "Oh my God, hey, dude, he should be on this, that." And I think it may have from the buzz that's going around. May have inflated his ego a bit too much for an intern.
What happened to your college shirt? Now you're looking more like a hippie today.
Yeah,
he's famous now. He can
sweater. Casual.
So you went back down there and slept?
I went back to Brooklyn and I slept. I hadn't slept in a few days, so that's probably why I was so wired and kind of on key yesterday.
Yeah.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
You were on with us?
Oh, wow. I don't even remember.
I know. It seemed like 3 days ago.
But the listeners, especially during the replay, I started noticing a lot of tweets saying, "Hey, it was pretty good. It was that." But now, the kind of the big head, and now the.
Yeah.
I want more airtime. It's like a drug.
He's turning into Ace Rothstein. He really thinks who the fuck he is, don't he?
Ace Rothstein. Ace is high. So now I'm hearing like he kind of tried to weasel himself into the after show yesterday, and actually evoked the name of Greg Opie Hughes as a kind of a reference that said maybe Opie wanted him on the after show.
I said I did say it was up to the guys.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We don't run that 10 o'clock
You
hour.
thought that, but you didn't hesitate to mention it.
True. I mean, I would have loved to
Danny and
host
Travis.
the after show.
Well,
He thought maybe he should sit at the big boy table with us because just in case we start talking about him. There he is.
Right there he is.
Yeah, he'd be a point of reference, wouldn't he?
Right.
I do want an update. You were down there yesterday?
No, I didn't even.
Oh, so you haven't even been down there since you've been on our show?
Oh shit!
Oh, then get the fuck out.
So why were you
radio star now?
Why were you late
down
this
there?
morning if you weren't down there? What was the reason for being late?
Exactly, he was late this morning.
I slept. I went home and I slept, and the plan was to wake up and go back down to Wall Street. So I would hopefully have something for today. And just the lack of sleep from the couple days before got to me, and I never woke up.
So that kind of fucks up your cause. We're trying to have sympathy for you people that need jobs, but you can't be late to your internship.
True.
Yeah.
And then expect to be hired.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
I'm on time and I don't even work here.
He was late.
Yeah.
I would love to have an update for Monday or sometime next week.
I thought you had something.
So we'll
today.
see.
Yeah, well, we'll see. And I also heard a day off. Took a day.
Last week?
Yeah.
Last Wednesday.
Anything
Was
like
an off day.
anything pressing?
Yeah,
Was it something pressing?
That
No, it
fingering
was,
can
it
really
was the
tire
same
you
thing.
out.
No
Same
sleep.
thing,
for
a
the
little
last couple
tired.
days. It is a tough schedule to adapt to. You know.
Really? Is it? Is it really?
Wait, so one of the guys from Occupy Wall Street was late today and took a day last. It writes itself.
Right down the toilet.
It writes itself.
The argument. Well. Yeah,
But I'll tell you about how the Federal Reserve works.
Yeah, the world is sleeping. The world is sleeping. That's good. Nothing. You know what wakes you up?
Yeah.
A nice face full of mace from the police, or a fucking nightstick across the head.
Interns are sleeping too.
They keep printing more money.
Yeah.
Well,
why
they
not?
can't print more time.
Like the way you think.
Well, why wake up and earn your money when you could yell at rich people to give it to you?
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. And by rich, anybody making anything.
You got?
That's,
You want to comment on
That's
that?
the wealthy.
Sleepy.
Sleepy.
You know, I was wondering, is this the first intern class where there's no nicknames? Because it's just right now, it's intern Matt, intern Sal.
Oh, you want a nickname, do you?
You want a nickname?
What's your nickname?
Yeah, you got to be around for us to give you a nickname.
Yeah.
How about Johnny Comes Lately?
Chip.
Actually, that was a good one, Chip. I
that,
like that one.
Thanks,
I think we just named you Sleepy.
Oh, shit.
Sleepy.
Some people are recommending fingers. I did that.
Tardy.
Yeah.
Mr. Finger Pop.
Tardy's good.
Tardy.
Tardy is a good name. Tardy is a good name.
Tardy. You don't like that one. Hey, where's Tardy?
How about Stuttering John, 1998?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Stuttering John.
Really
look like him,
coming
The
in.
hairdo.
No, I was looking to see if somebody actually had
We'll figure it
good
out.
names. But
No, you can't. You
Tardy ain't
can't beat Tardy.
Tardy's good.
Tardy's good.
The only thing about Tardy is just a kind of
You shut up,
retard.
Tardy.
Oh.
Well, exactly.
That's the beauty of it, actually.
You lame retard.
Get it?
Only a tard wouldn't get that joke straight off. Like, we'd go, well, it's got retard connotations. Really?
You're learning a lot about radio right now. See how one day you're on top, the next day you're a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
That is.
E-Rock wants in on this.
E-Rock wants in.
Oh, yeah. I think he's had it with this kid already.
So, you know,
Oh, no.
you're discussing, you know.
E-Rock, by the way, let me just preface this. E-Rock, by the way, is in charge of the interns. He's like the boss of the interns.
And why is that?
Because Travis can't be trusted with interns. Oh, my God. He molests them.
Well, that's hearsay.
Look at Travis. Travis just wants us to move on.
And the funny thing is like, you know, we've all noticed little things about intern Matt, and like with Eric being, and Eric, you know, he shares a lot of the thoughts that we all do.
Oh, sure.
And I'm actually surprised it's taken Eric, because I know Eric's had his little issues with him, so I'm surprised it's actually taken this long for it to bubble out.
Do you know anything about this?
Well, I think me and Eric have gotten off to a good start.
All right, well, let's hear Eric's. Oh, no. Eric just rolled his eyes and shook his head.
This new Eric rules.
Oh, geez. Much like a great white, rolling his eyes and shaking his head.
Go ahead, E-Rock.
So here's the thing. He starts, we're talking to him, trying to get a feel for his personality, what he wants to do here and everything. He doesn't really want to do anything but be a character for the show. He's expressed not only to me, but to other people that he's like, you know, like intern David and Love Buzz and Oscar. These were people that made it on the air. And I said, they made it on the air for being who they are, that you guys picked up on this and brought them in. Not, I will do a million different things to try to become the next person on the show.
Oh, boy.
And he doesn't want to hear that.
See, and then what happened was you guys gave him the Occupy Wall Street angle, and then that was the hook he needed.
But then he blew it by sleeping in.
Yeah, because that would have been...
That would have been your thing.
And if you would have had like another segment and like, well, here's what happened today. It would have been like, all right, there's our guy down there. We need a guy down there.
That would have been a regular segment.
But he was a little sleepy. You know what, Opie? I heard him say earlier, and I don't know if you caught this. This is a very hard schedule. I don't know if you caught that.
Well, it is. I mean, 5 in the morning? I gotta wake up at 3:30.
See, I was being a little sarcastic. I've been doing it for fucking ever.
We're 7 years in on this schedule.
I was doing stand-up last night and everything. I still showed up.
It's the me generation, man.
I came from Jersey.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, you do have like 8 Red Bulls. I mean, to get
that is
going.
true.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
true.
shit. Now he's shitting on the guests.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, damn. I know it.
Yeah,
You know you have to make sacrifices to get where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
I did come here for the free Red Bull.
No, you should protest so that other people could sacrifice.
That's true.
I'm still on fucking Team Tard.
Yeah, you like Team
Tardy?
Tardy.
Still on Team Tardy.
Team Tardy.
I say we got to give him another shot. He did a good job yesterday. He can't just be the GOAT today.
All right, Monday he should have a big Occupy Wall Street update.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
I will.
Yeah, well, yeah, because there's supposed to be some shit going down this weekend, right?
I think it might. Yeah, I think
You haven't been to the
something's
website?
going to have to happen.
Oh, it's going to be in the 80s, too. Imagine how it's going to smell.
Nice out.
Oh, shit,
So he
it
might
is
take the
nice
day
out.
off.
Anthony, do you think problems sleep? No, of course they don't. They're always there.
No.
It's like crime.
Exactly. It's like crime. It's just there.
The news is saying it went viral, though.
What?
The Occupy Wall Street has gone viral.
Yeah, and you know
It's
what happens?
popping up in
you know
all
what
the
happens
cities
with
now.
viral things? They fucking get old and go away.
Oh, boy.
That is true. I heard like
you can
Philly
get rid
and
of a
Boston.
virus pretty quickly.
You take a one-day Zithromax and it's gone.
Yeah.
Eric's got something else. What?
So 6 o'clock comes around. You know, we're starting the show and everything, and Matt's not here.
And you just got in.
Yeah.
And
You're listening to it in the elevator?
over the sounds of the motors creaking. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen E-Rock for a while, and he has gotten fat. I hardly recognize him. He's squeezing into that booth.
Yeah, it's hard to hear the show with the alarms going off.
Doesn't it look like we're at SeaWorld? Tap on the glass, he'll come up to it.
Yeah. Feed him a fish or something and cut his throat.
Holy shit, Jim! Jesus Christ, Jim! Out of your fucking mind. Sorry, E-Rock. So it's 6 o'clock.
so we don't see Matt. I give him a call, and it's ringing and ringing and ringing. I'm waiting to leave a voicemail, but nothing picks up. Finally, he answers the phone, and I thought he was like kind of fucked up, right? So I said, Matt, where are you? Are you coming in? Yeah. And I go, did you go to the Wall Street thing again last night? Because if he was there, we'd have some more material.
Obviously, yeah.
No, I didn't set my my alarm, but I can come in. I'll be in there about an hour, or I could just take another day off. So he gave me the options of what he wanted to do today.
Right.
And I said, get off the phone and get your ass in here.
Oh,
Nice. Tough E-Rock.
Whoa.
But he didn't lie. He said, I forgot to set my alarm, and no, I didn't go to Wall Street. So I'll give him credit for that. He didn't lie.
All right. Yeah.
E-Rock, he sounded tough on the phone. I was a little... I mean, it definitely got me up and up.
He
I'm like,
did
oh shit. E-Rock is pissed.
E-Rock's never been the boss of anyone, so it's kind of cool for him, I think.
He's definitely not the boss of his diet.
Oh, shit.
Jim, just the poor fat kid. Can't help himself.
He's gonna pass on a lot of anger to these poor kids.
Oh, I know. Oh, man, that's all I'm imagining is like all the years of
shit he's taking.
He's had to take.
Got to come out one way or the other.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Oh, E-Rock.
I've tried. I mean, we sat down and we talked with him.
Oh, boy.
One day last week, he didn't show up till later, and he called me. He fell asleep on the train and woke up at the Trade Center. So he's down there waiting to find another train to come back up.
Right.
Gets up back here about 7 o'clock in the morning. We have a talk. We're explaining what he needs to do and how to straighten all this stuff out. We'll start over. The next day is when he decided to take the day off.
Right.
And we thought we were making progress. He came on the air. He did okay. Had a great segment.
Yeah.
And then he pulls this shit again. So it's just constantly going up and down.
It's a real case of one step forward, two steps back.
He took out. Don't forget, he took out a loan for his internship.
Yeah, and then prefers maybe not to show up.
Yeah.
And yet the banks are the bad people that are fucking student loans. Isn't it? If you're gonna have to pay back the student loan, you might as well put in.
But
the,
it doesn't
put in
mean
the
that he
effort.
was wrong about it. No, just because he's a heap of shit. I mean, no disrespect.
No offense. Or disrespect.
Yeah, but you know what? It's people like that are the reason that no one's taking this movement seriously.
Yeah.
Because for every one person that's making legitimate sense out there, there's probably 100 of this kid.
Oh boy!
Oh, you're that kid.
You're that kid
boy.
now.
No.
I blame it on thermite paint.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the thermite paint. I know it. You think it's a coincidence? He fell asleep on the train. They put sleeping gas in there.
Yeah. Stop it, Jesse. Stop it. What's
Jesse.
wrong?
We get it, Jesse.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's a conspiracy. Ooh, look out.
They didn't want him to know about the paint, right, Aunt?
No, they didn't, Chipper.
What are you doing? Hopping
Chipper,
like a kangaroo or something?
Is our guest here? Oh, okay. Jim Jeffries is going to hop a seat over to the right. And then we got John Ratzenberger. Wow, this is great. Take a seat, sir. Boy, are you well dressed.
Oh, well, yeah, because I was at Woodstock. It's my fault that you guys are dressed like you are.
Is that it?
So I'm trying to undo my damage.
Undo the damage, huh?
Yeah.
No, you look very spiffy, very nice today.
Thank you. I was at Woodstock, and I was actually there.
You were at Woodstock.
And I remember one of the local farmers saying, I've never seen so many out-of-work farm hands in my life. Because everybody had jeans, T-shirts.
Oh, yeah, dressed like farmers. Yeah. That was a whole movement thing back then going on.
It's still here.
And well, now there's the Wall Street thing going on here in New York is the big movement that really isn't doing much.
Yeah, but Hendrix not going to play there.
No, you're not going to see the Star Spangled Banner played by Jimi Hendrix there.
Were you partaking back then when you were in at Woodstock?
No, you know what? I had long hair, a beard. I was a carpenter. I was a journeyman carpenter. Head through New England, and that's how I found out about the job. I happened to be in the area working on a house. But no, that always just got in my way. It just, to me, it was more annoying.
Right.
The mood-altering, brain-altering stuff.
Yeah.
Just, we operate heavy machinery. That's the last thing.
Wow. That's kind of true, yeah.
You don't want to saw and mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I always looked at it as a very hip way of being lazy. Not having to do anything with your life.
That's true. I will say it would make you lazy. I think that's what screwed my high school career up. I was doing really good in school up until I started smoking pot, and then it just went right out the window. I haven't smoked in many, many years, by the way.
I have a question for you about the Cheers audition, too. Did you, because this was very ballsy, did you go on the audition and not have a good read, and then actually just decide, like, come back and go, look, could I do that again, but as a character?
No, it was even more desperate than that. See, I prior to that, I was living and working in Europe, in England, for 10 years, and I was doing really well
as an actor.
Yeah, an actor, yeah. And so I came to Los Angeles. It was a writing job I got hired to do, to write a show based on the life of the Emperor Nero for CBS. And then somebody said, "Hey, this Cheers thing," and blah 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 blah. I said, "Yeah, okay, I'll go in." But up until that point, I had never auditioned in my life because I didn't go to acting school. It was on-the-job training for me. So I didn't know what auditions were even about. So they handed me the paper. I thought, this is nice. This is what I'm supposed to chat about. So I walk in, and I'm looking around the office for a chair. And the guy says, Jimmy Burrows, as a matter of fact, said, what are you looking for? I said, well, my chair. I thought, I'm going to sit down. He says, you're not here to chat. You're here to audition.
Right off on a bad foot right there.
Oh, no. So I remember all the blood just rushing out of me. I was so scared. So I did a very bad job, but on the way out the door, 1 foot out the door, 1 foot still in, I could see my 8x10 wafting into the wastebasket. Somebody ripped it up. And I said, you have a bar know-it-all. Because growing up in New England, I grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Every bar's got a horse's patootie. He thinks he knows everything.
And you were originally auditioning for Norm, correct?
I forget which. Yeah. It was a part of somebody at the bar. I mean, in the beginning, they had more characters than they did, at the second year. But it was just a part. I don't know whether the part was called George or Norm or. But I mean, that all part is all just blank to me. I just remember the fear. So I improvised.
Yeah.
I said. And there was a character that I always liked using in Europe. I did the improvised comedy, but there was a bunch of stock characters I'd use. But then they go, the newspaper was originally printed vertically, and so they started laughing to the point where I was just trying to maintain my dignity.
Right?
I just say, okay, so guys, good luck with this show. I'm out of here. But 2 days later, I got the call and was there for 11 years cracking jokes.
What ball?
Wow,
Just to
that's
do
great,
a character that wasn't even in the script. I didn't know that. That's great.
Yeah,
It really was just like, I need them to know I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And I don't want to stand there and make excuses. I never went to acting school. I've never auditioned before.
It wasn't
Because
even
then you're schmo.
It wasn't even getting the job at that point. It was just kind of trying to restore your dignity.
Yeah, that's all it was. Because I was doing real well in London. I mean, when I first got there, 10 years prior, I was living in an abandoned building. But after the 10 years, I had a nice apartment near Hyde Park and blah, blah, blah.
Were you doing live shows or film?
Yeah, first 6 years did live shows all through Europe. Edinburgh Festival in London, all through England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, Holland, Germany, Italy, France. And then the last 5 years, I started doing movies. I did about 28 movies over there.
What kind of live shows were you doing? Was it comedy based or?
Yeah, there's two of us. Called ourselves Sal's Meat Market. And it wasn't like, a Second City. We just called making stuff up. That's what we called it. We didn't know that there was a word called improvisation.
Nothing fancy, just making stuff up.
Well, we would do a show that would change 80 to 95% every night. Because we knew the beginning, we knew the middle, we knew the end. But the getting there always changed.
Now, were you taking audience suggestions like improv does, or were you guys just...
No, I mean, we would, as a goof from time to time, but the audience knew that the show's going to change, so we had repeat audiences every night.
Okay.
Because it was a different show, but the same story.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
No, we did it out of desperation. We didn't know what we were doing.
How long ago was this? I've done the Edinburgh Festival myself 10 times. How long ago did you do Edinburgh?
72, 73. Yeah, that's when 6 people showed up.
I didn't even know the festival was that old, to be honest with you.
I think it started in the 50s. But again, I remember Billy Connolly was there and a bunch of people you know now, but maybe 5,000-10,000 people showed up, but now it's got to be 500,000.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah.
Wow.
I sold 20,000 tickets last time I was there, so that's myself. So that's like
Jesus, that's crazy.
But still to this day, the average size of an audience at that festival is 5.
Really?
Yeah, because most gigs are just called off because no one shows up. And then you get the really successful shows. But it's not like you go to Montreal or you go to Chicago or you go to Melbourne where they're all invitation shows. Like the comics are invited to go. Mm-hmm. Anyone can perform at the Edinburgh Festival if you got the balls just to put your fucking show on and pay for it.
Oh, really?
So you get a lot of fucking whack jobs up there, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, there was a guy in his jockey shorts on a unicycle juggling machetes.
He's the Prime Minister now.
He's just going like this. And I'm in the crowd watching him because I brought my kids over there a few years ago. I said, you got to see this. And then he looks down at me and goes, you started like this, didn't you? Because that's where
right.
I started at the Edinburgh Festival and doing the Fringe.
I gotta tell you, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I truly mean that. I really am.
He's been talking.
I've been talking about it since yesterday.
You kept calling him Jeff Ratzenberger. What are you talking about?
That's my cousin. But he's a tool and die maker.
But me and my brother play a game called What Movie Cliffy's In, and if we see you in a movie, then we have to just talk as you in that movie forever. So there's like that scene where you pick up Candace Bergman in the Jeep in Gandhi to take Candace Bergman to see Gandhi, and who would have thought Cliff would have been in Gandhi, but he was. And for the rest of that film, my brother was going, yes, I'm going to see that thin Indian guy. Who's that guy? Wait, why aren't you eating? You know that eating makes you healthy.
Must be going through chemotherapy. That's why the hair is in. That's a good game. That's internet worthy.
Oh yeah. Star Wars, the 2 Superman films,
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's where we all go off, man.
Yeah. Now, what character were you in Empire? You got that scene
Major
at
Derlin.
Right.
Major Brent. That was actually my first action figure too.
Was it?
They exist.
They're out there.
And that was made while you were in England, I assume, as well, because they also they did at the Earl Street Studios, whatever it is.
Earl Street.
Yeah.
Up in just in North London. Yeah.
When was that character in the movie? What part?
He
What part of the film?
He was the commander of the Rebel Air Force. I'm the one who told Princess Leia we got to close the doors.
So these rebel scum have to get out of there.
So he just talks like Cliff.
From then on, me and my brother would just be Cliff's just off in space. And we'd follow his adventures that have never happened.
Hilarious.
I have a whole backstory for every small part you've ever done.
Is the bridge too far?
Oh, it's a big bridge here. I've never seen that one.
We got to go across the river, Major. We got Nazis on the other side there. I don't know where to dodge those bullets.
That's exactly. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. You were in that one.
I did that to I did that to my nephews and nieces, and they're like, "Oh, he's doing the pig from Toy Story."
Oh, that's the action figure. One of them.
There he is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a pretty manly looking action figure.
I used to look like that.
That's action. Yeah.
I used to go to church dressed like that.
That's like a holy Jesus.
Gun
Yeah,
and
there
everything.
it
The
is.
second row of that one. That's what it was.
Wow, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is the
Jesus
internet
Christ.
something? Look at that.
The internet is something. That's a great face picture.
How easy is that?
The thing is now with the Blu-ray thing, with George Lucas fucking with it, you're all in CGI now, and you're a lizard.
You look pretty badass in that. Got to tell you, that I wouldn't screw with that guy. Like, he looks tough.
No, you shouldn't.
Tough guy. I like that.
I can show you scars here.
Yeah.
No, I grew up just down the road here in the bucolic seaside village of Bridgeport.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's
Yes.
ever been there.
Enchanting.
Bridgeport
Is there?
is
Yeah, it's lovely.
Well, yeah, and you say what? Is your brother really a tool and die maker, or you're a
No. I grew up. My uncles were, and they
Because
would.
Bridgeport, obviously, the home of the Bridgeport milling machine.
That's exactly
Yes.
right.
I used to do a little machining myself.
Well, I remember my uncles talking about it, and I know you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They talk about tolerances of 1/2000th of an
Oh,
inch.
yeah,
like
yeah.
the fate of Western civilization depended on it.
And it sometimes would, yes. Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I discovered when I got older, that they were exactly right.
Yeah.
So that's the program the campaign that I'm involved in now, just getting kids back to working with their hands. The Center for America.org. I got to put that in because you can go there, and anybody, any walk of life in the country can go to their schools, their manufacturing, their unions, and say, how do we teach kids these skills? Because we're running out of them. We're literally running out of people who know how to make and build things.
Make things, right. This country doesn't make
That's
things
the thing.
anymore.
America needs immigrants more than anywhere else in the world for things like this. Australians are coming over here in floods because you guys can't build stuff.
No one's making things. Yeah.
Right.
I always I worked for a living for like half my life was spent working, and then the other half is this, which I don't consider work. Right. But it makes me appreciate the hell out of this because I know what it's like to be in an attic when it's 150 degrees in there running ductwork. It stinks. It's not a fun thing to do. But it was always one of those things where if worse came to worse, I'd crawl back in the attic and at least have a roof over my head, literally, and then be able to pay for, food. See, a roof over my head. I made an angle roof. Jimmy is cracking up at me.
You've always got that to fall back onto. It's like Jesus and his carpentry.
Yeah, but he didn't really need
if that God stuff didn't work out, you could always make you a nice table.
Did he invent the table?
Oh, yeah. It's a little known fact at the table.
Oh, God. How did you get from doing live shows to film? Like, not that it's a big jump, but
the casting director saw one of my shows and said, "Hey, there's Richard Lester's doing a movie," and so I went in and talked to him because over there you don't audition for movies; you just talk to the director, you chat, because the casting director's job is to make sure that you know what you're doing before they send you in the room. Mm-hmm. So they don't actually have you read; they give you a cup of tea. And so I'm sitting talking to Richard Lester or Richard Attenborough, and we're just chatting.
Wow. Yeah, that's what it was. That's a big one.
Richard Attenborough. Yeah.
You ever see the footage of him
The Great Escape, man.
being hoisted up to those
is
is he the guy that does the nature show too?
Who's that?
No, that's his brother, David Attenborough.
Oh, different guy. Okay.
No, but they're brothers. But David Attenborough is fucking 90 years old, and I'm telling you, that cunt will still poke a crocodile with a stick. I I've seen him doing, and he does it so politely as well. Like, that one's really coming to get me. That's
funny.
Well, it's Mad Dogs and Englishmen.
Yeah.
He puts that Steve Irwin to shame, doesn't he?
Well, of course he did. Yeah. Wow, that is funny.
Did you know you worked for Pixar? You done a lot of stuff at Pixar. Did you know Steve Jobs? Because
I did.
You did. He was. I didn't realize that he was a big part. I mean, I found out like in the last week or so.
He owned the whole
I didn't
thing.
realize he was a big part of that.
What he
from day
did
one.
with Apple overshadowed that, and that's huge. So just an amazing innovator.
He was on the board of Disney like several times over or whatever because of when he sold the company Pixar.
Yeah. Good, nice guy.
Great.
You met him and stuff. Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's the kind of guy who we used to, in his generation, he was growing up, he was a tinkerer.
Mm-hmm.
He started in his garage.
Yeah.
And he went on to touch the lives of every single man, woman, and child on the face of the earth. He's the Thomas Edison of our time.
Yeah.
But what we've done in our wisdom was telling all the kids, you got to go to college. And kids don't play outside anymore. They don't discover things. Build a treehouse, fix your bicycle. So that generations...
That's right, man. Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't got time. I'm playing with my iPad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but he was
great point.
What a great gentleman, just kind to a fault. But he bought Pixar from George Lucas at the urging of Ed Catmull, and John Lasseter was put in charge, and boom, that's been working with them 17 years now.
Wow. Yeah. And the Toy Story movies obviously are just huge, man. I remember the first time. No. But you know what? I don't need them. Yeah, Monsters Inc. was amazing. Yeah. But it's those movies where you sit down, you watch, and you're amazed and stunned by what they did just to put that on the screen. But that goes away within a few minutes, and then they're real characters. You know, they're no longer just It's amazing how it's just a modernized version of animation, but there's so much depth to it, and the writing's amazing too.
How good is a movie when it's the third in a trilogy and it's nominated for the Oscar?
Yeah.
And it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just nominated with the rest of them. And Toy Story 3 is one of the best films of the year. Unbelievable.
And the voices are so familiar, and that's kind of really
they're
cool.
famous movie stars.
I know, Jim Jeffries.
It's Tom Hanks, you know.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Really? Yeah, that's a great franchise.
The opening of Up. The first 10 minutes, you see that?
Yeah.
That one's
balloons,
depressing,
right?
though. The old lady dying.
I know, yeah.
I didn't like Up.
But you're in tears, and there's no dialogue at all.
Yeah.
But that's artistry. That's
amazing.
But they go back to the golden age of Hollywood, where you work on a story, make the story good, and then make your movie. They don't do it. But now a lot of people do it opposite. Oh, we got these actors, and let's see, it's a cowboy set, so let's get some horses. Yeah, put them on. And they'll make movies like that now. Instead of saying, let's work 3 years just on the story. But that's why Pixar's so good at what they do.
When you see shows now, because you were in such a successful show, I mean, do you think the writing has gotten a little soft or different? It has, right? It's no more. Ted Danson wanted to drink and fuck chicks, but it was realistic.
Well, it's because the generation of writers that wrote Cheers and Frasier and Wings, they had grown up in a generation where they read books. The generation of writers now have grown up watching television. So you're now getting things in sitcoms that were in sitcoms 20 years ago.
Right.
True.
But when you grow up, the writers that grew up in reading books, they understand story, they understand character arc, they know how to craft a story. But now it's just different.
I watched Cheers. It's dated very well. I still watch it now. You can watch an episode of Cheers now, and when Norm comes in and he says his opening line, it's still fucking killer. It's like I was watching one the other day, and they said, "How's life treating you, Mr. Peterson?" And he goes, "Like I'm sleeping with its wife, and it knows." And you're like, that's a great line in any sitcom ever.
That was because when you had the caliber of people, the Charles brothers, David Angel, who died in the 9/11 crash. David and his wife Lynn. But these are high caliber writers. They would read real books.
Glenn and Les Charles, right?
Glenn and Les
They did
Charles.
Taxi,
They that's where they met Jimmy Burrows, and then the three of them gave birth to Cheers and a ton of other things.
The Cheers initially didn't do very well in the ratings.
We were dead last in the ratings.
Yeah. But now you see, like, that show would just be dumped.
Oh, I wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah, they don't give.
I'd be in England being a spaceman or something.
They don't give shows a lot of time to grow. But on the other hand, a lot of the shows, you could tell right away they're trying too hard to build a character in one episode.
Yeah.
And stuff. So
that's exactly right, because the networks then, Grant Tinker was the president of NBC, and everybody around him told him to dump the show. We're in the last place.
Wow.
And he said, he was an old school guy. He said, it makes me laugh. Let's keep it on for a little bit longer. So that September, when we had the beginning of our second year, was also the Emmys for the prior year. We won bushel basket of them. So then the audience started watching the show.
Right.
So we were between number 1 and number 5 for the next 10 years. But because of Grant Tinker.
Right.
And Steve Jobs was the same way. He didn't have focus groups. He didn't turn to his marketing people.
Hey, it made me laugh, or hey, that's interesting. I like it. More working on a hunch, a human hunch, than
intuition.
Some kind of slide rule mentality that's used now. That
like the new crop of sitcoms that just come out this year, and I won't name anything, but Whitney.
Stand it.
And like,
what's that? I haven't seen that.
It's not as good as the.
You do that very well.
He really does, man.
But, it's
you got a hobby or something.
Whole childhood spent on you, man. I'm telling you. Some people had the Beatles.
That's fantastic.
I was abused. But yeah, I find like you can tell when there's, because I've been in pilots as well, when they start going, the focus group doesn't like this character, we're going to take it out. And it's always, who wants to be in a focus group? A cocksucker, that's who. Who's got time in the afternoon? No one with intellect. You're speaking to Wendy, whose husband's out, who is just like, and I go out and I take tablets on the side for income, and now I get to watch this show and say what I think of that, and people just pay me, and this mop's good, right? And this is the fucking woman who's deciding my TV viewing.
Yeah.
Well, but also there's a lot of jobs at stake, a couple hundred jobs.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of that in Vegas. They do a focus group, and now why Vegas?
Wow, that doesn't
this
seem
is
like
not your average audience.
Your peers,
no one's desperate in Vegas.
Probably to get a
for money.
cross section of the country.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's why, because they get everybody from everywhere in the country goes to Vegas.
Everybody who wants to gamble.
Yeah. So you're getting a cross section of the same people.
You're getting a cross section of all the douchebags from all across the country.
But it takes away the intuition that the people in the networks have. Like MASH would have been canceled because it was tanking, but the head of the network's wife liked it, and she would talk to him in bed about how great this show was. So he kept it on because his wife was telling him what a great show it was.
Seinfeld was another one that initially
3 big shows.
They
like it.
moved
Yeah.
time slots 3 times for Seinfeld, didn't they?
And that was an utter failure. Seinfeld.
No, it did well.
Oh, did it, little Jim?
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
3 biggest shows, though. You can't think of any bigger sitcoms. I mean, maybe Ray is in that category, too. Everybody loves Raymond. But they all would have been canceled by today's standards. All 3 of them would have been fucking axed within 6 months.
That's that whole thing. Like Ray Romano, he was fired from News Radio and then replaced with Joe Rogan.
Same with UFC.
Yeah. But Ray Romano was told he wasn't a good enough actor and he was fired. And then Letterman gets behind him, gives him Everyone Loves Raymond. And then the next year, he bloody wins the Emmy for Best Comical Actor.
Yeah.
And so, things turn around, hopefully.
You did that show where you kind of went around the country and...
Yeah, Made in America. I was, we were the beginnings of all those shows.
Right.
Because we let people know that, hey, there's a whole other world out here where people really work for a living.
Yeah, let's take a camera out and talk to the working
You went to the
Joe.
Stern Pinball Factory.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched that. Yeah.
Jim's like,
he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, because these are the people that are essential to our society. They make stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do. That's what brought us to the dance. Make stuff, build stuff. So that's why. Well, even this week, AOL. If you go to AOL, I'm hosting a program there about jobs, skilled jobs, and with the CenterForAmerica.org. What I'm trying to do is bring dignity and respect back to exactly those people. And it was through Made in America. I noticed that the average age is 56 years old. So 6 to 10 years, they're gone. They're done.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to have any bridges. When you turn on that water tap,
nothing comes out. You brought up an interesting point earlier, and we talked about this. I've noticed it. Yeah, I'm sure he's got to go. I hate that.
I don't have to go.
These people.
We're not saying it, but your guys are saying you other press.
Yeah.
I'd rather
But the whole thing, when I was growing up...
They won't love you as much as we do.
I know.
That's exactly
Damn
right.
it. When I was growing up, I remember, like, if your bike chain broke, you fixed it. You got a flat tire. You roughed up that tube and got the glue out. You built go-karts at tree forts. You really don't see that happening anymore.
No, and you just buy another bike now. You throw it away, go down to Kmart or whatever.
And that is the beginning of what makes somebody, gives them that mind for mechanics and stuff.
West Point, they say the best officers in West Point come off of farms.
Yeah.
Because to be a farmer, you got to do that. You
Improvise. You got to fix things with baling wire.
And you got to do shit you don't like to do, which is get up in the morning and work and things that you just are very unpopular, but you make yourself
focus.
do.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So that's why I think it's, to denigrate people who are successful. I know tons of people who are multimillionaires that start off with nothing.
Yeah.
Just nothing. But they had a dream and now we got, people that want to punish people for that.
I know. And that's, I say that all the time. It's the American dream. And when you achieve it, what this country is supposed to be based on, and what it gives people the opportunity to get, once you get there, you're the bad guy. And no matter how hard you worked for it, and then there's a bunch of people, especially now, that are looking to take and say like, well, I don't have what you have, so now you're obligated to give it to me.
That's the entitlement mentality.
It's
it
disgusting.
never used to be like that.
No, people understood. There's going to be people that are better off, people that are worse off. Sometimes luck comes into play. Sometimes there's a lot of things that happen in this country. The opportunity's there, and if you make something of yourself and achieve the wealth and happiness, it doesn't necessarily mean that this guy is going to get the same thing.
Yeah, it's only the pursuit of happiness.
That's right. And that's what I've been saying during these Wall Street protests. No, I'm kidding. I'm not protesting.
But I've never really seen where you lie politically. You don't usually make a big thing about it publicly.
The Democrats and Republicans both have ignored this message. I'm saying, look, you want to grow corn, you got to plant seed, you got to till the soil, but they want to do pixie dust. So, okay, let's create jobs, and that's all they say is create jobs, and there's a ton of money, and then they go home. It's like Obama and John Boehner being in the front seat of a car that they just built with no engine, but they're making the engine noises with their lips. That's what we're doing in this country today. Because we're not training kids, we're not getting them interested in crafting things, building, innovating. I mean, that's what Thomas Edison. He was a tinker as a child.
Oh, yeah.
How much of that is lost, though, because of computer technology, too? Like, how much of that is because we don't have to use our hands in daily life nearly as much to get...
Somebody does.
A lot.
Because that electricity that comes into your computer comes from a dam with turbines. Someone's got to build the turbine, maintain the turbine, and we're running out of those people, too. But that's parenting. That's parents saying, well, at least they're safe. I know where they are. Well, yeah, but have they ever climbed a tree?
Yeah.
Part of our job as children was to break a limb. Our own, not the trees.
But it is true, yeah.
We get hurt.
I don't know how many times I was precariously perched on a branch trying to nail a 2x4 into a tree to build a tree fort.
And usually you use nails that were too small.
Nails that were too small. Yeah, tree forts. And then you'd actually go and pilfer from some construction
there
site.
You go.
And the hardest part was building that initial frame to lay the plywood on. But once that was done, then it was gravy, just where you want to put your walls and that. But it gave you the ability to be able to build things. You learn how to use a handsaw and a hammer and nails. And
you know what a rip saw was, a crosscut saw? You knew the difference.
Yeah, and you got yelled at for using them. Your dad would yell at you.
Do they still teach that in schools in America? They don't have wood shop anymore?
25 years now.
The computer classes.
They still do in Australia. They still have wood shop and stuff in Australia.
Well, that's why we're all going to have to go to Australia for infrastructure.
Yeah.
Water systems that work.
Yeah, we got to wrap.
We have to wrap. The next few minutes. I want to plug what John is here to plug, though.
Yes.
He's promoting the Center for America's 10 by 20 pledge campaign, 10 million jobs by 2020. And it's very simple. You can go to centerforamerica.org, and or you can go to www, as you know, Ratzenberger.com, Ratzenberger. And but centerforamerica.org is very easy to remember if you're out driving. And
it's a great idea, and it's something that, like you said, people are talking about jobs and where are they going to come from, but aren't doing anything about it. And it is
because they've never worked. By the way,
right? Yeah,
everybody who watched, they've never had a job.
God,
You know?
yes. God, this guy's smart.
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds like a bar
very
know-it-all to
happy hear
me.
this.
Well, you remember Tip O'Neill.
They should remake that show. Just bring them all.
I always suggest that.
John,
Thank you.
so
We're done,
much,
right?
man. Yeah, we
We're
got
done
to
for
take
today.
off.
Oh, now they're coming in the door to get us.
Yeah,
here.
I know, right?
Okay.
Our show is
Thanks so much, and you got to plug real quick.
I'll just be at the Stress Factory in Jersey all this weekend, and then next month I'm going to be at Caroline's on Broadway.
Very cool, man. Thanks, everybody, and we will see you, I guess, Monday.
The Virus. Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live.
Yeah, not with Sam Roberts. Fuck that. We got a full house here, fellas. We got a lot of people. You got me, you got Travie, but we have special guests, Anthony Cumia and Joe DeRosa.
Yeah. This is overtime, and I would never do this if it was Sam Roberts. I just wouldn't. Why would I? Hey, is DeRosa's mic on?
Oh shit!
I don't think
Sorry,
so either.
buddy.
Wow.
There it is. Is that it? There it
you go.
is.
How you doing, Joe?
Great, man. It's a shame everybody missed all that hilarious shit I said over the last 20 seconds. It's God.
We heard it, and that's really all that matters. Because from what I hear, from 10 to 11, no one listens anyway. Usually, you know what? 50% of the audience isn't listening because I'm not driving home listening. So there's a drop off.
You see what he did there?
Yeah.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Where are you? Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at Gotham Comedy Club on Saturday night. I have 3 shows, 8, 10, and 12.
With Gotham.
At the Gotham Comedy Club in Midtown, in Chelsea/Gotham, Manhattan.
Yeah.
Hence the name of the club, Gotham Comedy Club.
Yes.
So I'll be there, man. I'd love the O&A fans to come out. You know, they were. I just got back from a tour through the Southeast, and the O&A guys were prominently featured at every show. Yeah, there were a lot of guys at every show coming out to see stuff. So
in the Southeast.
Yeah, well, you know, like Atlanta, like cool South.
Yeah.
Southeast.
I know, not like fucking like South Carolina.
No, I was in South Carolina.
Oh, you were?
But I went to cool places.
What's there?
I went to Aiken, which is a cool town. Greenville, which was one of the best shows of the tour.
That's like one of their big cities, right?
Yeah, Greenville's like a little artsy. I know you're trying to...
Artsy South Carolina?
I knew this was coming.
No, I have no culture. I really don't know that there is even an artsy part of South Carolina.
Dude, Greenville is the shit because it's this tiny little town, but it's like a hip town. It's not... It's like Bisbee, Arizona or something like that. And everybody just kind of walks everywhere and everybody just kind of has their job. Like you could be
zombies. Everybody just walks around.
You don't need to drive is the point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I thought it sounded inconvenient the way you said it. Everybody, you got to walk. There's no roads.
Yeah. Well, you know, all the fallen trees and everything in the street. You got to.
That's true.
In Charleston, like that too. It's like where it's one of those towns where it's hip for what it is, and it's like that small town where you just walk everywhere and get.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. The thing I liked about Greenville was there was no sign of a rat race there.
Why don't you move there? Why don't you marry it?
Well, guys, that's the second reason that I'm here. I'm leaving New York City and comedy to live in Greenville.
That's how I judge a city or a town as far as, and I know comics, you guys are everywhere. You know, you visit a lot of places, but if I go somewhere or I hear someone talking about someplace, I think, would you move there at any point in your life?
Yeah.
And for the most part, the answer is no. So that to me isn't a good place.
I'd live in this place.
You'd live in Greenville, South Carolina.
Surrounded by mountains. It's beautiful.
When you're like 65, though? Like, would you go there now?
No, quite frankly.
A lot of pussy in Greenville?
Quite frankly, I'm sad I didn't discover it sooner and just live there instead of this fucking pursuit that I'm on. That would have had a much happier life.
I bet things are just a little slower down there, right? little more relaxed.
Yeah.
Look, I'm looking at a picture right now that Travis put up. There's a like rope bridge that people are walking across a river.
I think Indy walked across that in Temple of
Yes,
Doom.
he did. He cut it down. Hold on, lady. We going for a ride. That's the same fucking bridge. What the fuck is that?
It's a
you
great
can't
town.
like this town.
It's a great town, dude.
Oh,
it's just
look
chill.
at that.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
Look at the skyline. It's 2 stories.
Because it's not about money in Greenville.
I understand. It has nothing to do with money. Entertainment and culture. There's a whole webpage dedicated to Greenville, South Carolina.
It's the official website of Greenville, South Carolina.
Boy.
This is the one thing that I like best about anything. It's the kind of place where if you came up to me, right, a man of your age,
sure,
and I said, "What do you do?" and you just went, "I work at the fucking In-N-Out." There would be no part of me there that would be like, really? You're like, you didn't do more than that? Than just work?
Really?
It's so just like, hey man, you do what you do. We don't know to work here. We work to live. You know, that was the vibe.
No one's judgmental down there.
It didn't feel like it.
No one shits on anyone else.
Which is why I killed.
Yeah. Thank God someone's here. This is funny. Yeah, they're just used to like the guy in the warehouse stockroom cracking jokes, and then you come in there like a comedy Superman. Fuck yeah.
Oh, I could be the emperor of that town in 2 weeks.
You probably could.
I went down there.
Like a Twilight Zone episode. They're building statues to you. Holy shit. Is it very like, because some of the towns down there are very southern, and they're very proud of their southern heritage and, you know, rebel type thing. And
no, it's definitely like, I don't know if, I guess you call it like New South. It's definitely that like, hey, we're the South that isn't like belt buckles and 10-gallon hats and actually has progressive thinking.
Snooty?
Not snooty. See, here's the thing. Birmingham.
I just looked at a stat. That place doesn't look too bad, I guess. Well, I just looked at a percentage stat.
All right.
It always goes there, doesn't it? God, why does it always go there with me? I'm looking, going, you could kind of kick those percentage points down a little.
I was in Birmingham, Alabama, right? Now, the last time I was in Birmingham, I performed in a club, which I won't mention on the air, but I performed at a place where the entire audience was white trash and black trash.
Wow.
Segregated. Like, even the trash couldn't just get together and have fun.
Hate each other.
Yeah, it was segregated trash.
Look at that piece of shit over there.
Yeah,
It's like, wait, you're a piece of shit, too.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible, right? So I had a miserable experience. So then I went back on this tour, and I played a really cool, like artsy kind of room, and it was night and day from the last time, and it was fun. The people were really nice, and everybody was cool, but like it was like a real hipster crowd, and they started getting in my head, like, man, am I not smart enough for this audience? I'm not. Am I like a dumb like comic or something? And then halfway through that, I was like, fuck you. I remember all the racist shit you guys did down here, and now you're gonna put on tortoiseshell glasses and listen to like Arcade Fire and act like you're like fucking go fuck yourself. You can't replace lynchings and school bombings.
You sure can't
with Spoon records. Go fuck yourselves.
Shit. Is that what's going on down there? Like people are trying to group up and put that thing in the past and make it like, look, we're cultured and we can appreciate the finer things.
I noticed that in a lot of the southern towns, and sometimes it's really cool, and sometimes it's a little annoying.
It's phony.
I liked it. And I'm not shit on Birmingham. They were cool people.
You better not shit on any city, motherfucker. You got to sell tickets.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Listen to people that care. Please buy tickets when I come to Birmingham.
Take a seat, man.
I'm back. Jimmy!
What's
happening? This is an all-star after show.
It really is.
Turns out my car's not coming to pick me up, so I'm here.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm killing time with
Hop
you guys.
on in.
Hey. Have I missed anything?
We were just talking about the South and how it's kind of rednecky, but like there's apparently Joe DeRosa sees this like culture, this new South that kind of has popped up where people are kind of
less cotton,
getting away from that racist kind of.
Austin seemed to. I think Austin, Texas, was the first place it really happened. Where Austin's a kick-ass city. Yeah, totally. Austin's great. I used to live in Austin, and yeah, it was.
Well,
it became
it's not as good as it used to be then.
Yeah, but New York got a little bit.
Got a little better, didn't it,
Joe? Austin was the first place I think that did that, where it was like this oasis.
Isn't that where you went, Danny? Like, did you go to Austin?
Yeah, I've been to Austin a bunch of times. It really, I mean, I know what Joe's saying. It's that one little city in the middle of what should be just complete red state Texas, and it's a little blue dot where everybody seems to hang out, and it's a cool town.
Danny goes down there and just fucking like talks about the place like it's very cool. A lot like
it's
parties going on,
and it's a little bit of everything. It's like if you like to be outdoorsy, you could be outdoorsy. But if you like the city, you want to just be a drunk, you could be a drunk. It's one of those cities where whatever you want to do in it, you can do that. And I know people they go, well, you could do that in New York too. And I guess you can, but it's a completely different vibe, and it seems like it's a lot easier to get it done down there for some reason.
It's less judgmental.
Yeah. New York is a weird place. We talk about how diverse New York is, but it's diverse, but so separated. And I guess a lot of these other cities are diverse, but people work with each other a little
It's
better.
weird. It's that thing that, like, I live in LA, and, like, when I get drunk and make a dick of myself, you get people go, you were so drunk the other night. And then you go to a place like Austin, and they'll go, you were so drunk the other night.
Hey, Chip. How you doing there, Chipper?
Hey, how you doing? I didn't want to interrupt. I just want
Jim is just now, Jimmy. Why are you hanging around?
I apologize. I had to tape something, and we couldn't get Martin Sheen in because they're doing the Ron and Fez. They're just not here yet. But Martin and Emilio are coming in.
Oh, and they're doing Ron and Fez?
You know, I just swear in front of him, I've been told. Martin Sheen's religious now. You can't swear
You can't swear in front of him?
His son's fucking Charlie Sheen.
Oh, man, that is kind of
If we would have gotten him in, we wouldn't have cursed. I mean, I was trying to get him in, but we just weren't able to. But
right when he sat down, I went, fucking Martin Sheen. Like, just even before his name. That would have pissed him off.
Better than Martin Sheen. He's the fucking best. No one's better than Martin Sheen. Nobody.
Yeah, well...
I don't know about that.
Hey, come on, Cliffy. Cliffy was great, man.
He was so much fucking fun, and there was a bit of me that, like, am I taking the piss out of this guy too much? But he seemed to enjoy it.
No, he did seem to, and him doing the voice was just killer, man. How do you hear Cliff say, "There's Nazis shooting at us on the other side"? That was hilarious, man. Fucking guy was great. Talking up a storm.
And he seemed like a smart guy as well.
Yeah. He's always been still working. Yeah. And like just there in the periphery, doing like those shows, like you said, that one where he went across America, that was kind of one of the first, hey, let's take a camera and just kind of see what people are doing out there.
Right.
Now there's a shitload of them.
Right.
But yeah, and he seems like the kind of, nice enough guy could just walk into a factory and be like, "Hey, what are you working on there? Hey, you're making picture frames."
Yeah,
it's like some poor fuck.
What they call an illegal immigrant?
Yeah, just some poor sap with fucking 4 fingers on each hand working a big giant stapler.
They say that 4-fingered skill has been lost.
Chip wants to say something.
I would have said something like, "What are you having, some beers or something?"
That would have been great. Yeah. That would have been great.
You know what I love about Chip? It's the whole performance. It's not just it's
very visual, very visual. Because when you then talk back to Chip, sometimes the radio audience will hear dead silence. But Chip's face will be looking at you with this he just smelt shit look.
I can't make eye contact with Chip.
No, I don't want to.
I can do it very quickly, but I have to turn away.
It's uncomfortable.
Are you? Is there a problem with you meeting Martin Sheen or anything?
No, I don't think so.
No, everything's set up.
No,
There's not going to be like.
No,
it's not going to be one of those things.
No, I don't think so.
I think it'll be easier because they're doing Ron and Fez, right? So they're.
Yeah, they're doing the Catholic channel. Martin's religious, so I mean, I'm
Catholic
gonna
channel.
Try to just say hello when they walk in.
Is Emilio religious now too?
I don't know. I think Martin has been for a while though. I've heard that for a long time.
Emilio's directing his dad in a movie. I gather that's what's going on.
I'd love to see it too. I don't even care if we got them in. I'd still go see it.
Yeah. What is it? Do you know
Very
what
nervous.
it's even about? That movie?
Just a home movie.
Roland, what is the movie?
It's just the last Christmas they spent together.
They're just talking about
what is it?
Charlie.
Some drama?
It's called The Way.
Some drama. Thanks, Roland. Apparently,
Jesus.
for all of you that want a little more detail on what this movie is about, according to Roland, some drama.
As opposed to the comedy Apocalypse Now
I hear
that he did.
I hear it's Men at Work too.
You can only dream.
Speaking of Men at Work, After O&A Live is brought to you by Trojan Bearskin Condoms.
That would be a man at work.
Trojan is America's...
No fucking man wears a rubber... No, sorry.
You have to if you want to be safe and you want to use Trojan Bearskin
You
Condoms.
can't get AIDS.
They're America's number one
No
most
one's
trusted.
put more effort into getting AIDS than me. If I don't have AIDS, no one has fucking AIDS. I once fucked a Thai hooker in the ass.
With no rubber?
Would have fucked her in the cunt, but there was testicles.
No rubber?
However, it does feel like you're wearing nothing.
Yes, that's hence the bearskin,
And I
not
hate-
the animal bearskin, which would be very
B-A-R-A.
not very sensitive.
I will say I hate rubbers. I honestly do hate them, and I've worn these, and they're actually good compared to what every other rubber is.
Because they feel like you're not wearing a condom.
And it's not real bearskin, because that would have hair all over
hair
it.
and claws, and
Have
the
you ever
girls,
used
the
one of
girls
those-
playing dead while you're poking around.
Have you ever used one of those female condoms where the girl puts that sort of sock up them?
A dam? It's
Yeah.
called like a dental dam.
No,
or
no,
a
not a
vaginal
dental dam, which
It's
is
not
one of
that
the
thing that-
Condoms are for females.
No, it's like a female. It's like a fucking small garbage bag that they shove up her.
That's appropriate for the vagina.
It feels a lot better, but there is the rustle of rats going through your garbage. like it does. I have used it. Yeah.
I know what you said, like you're trying to fuck and you hear like...
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
Yeah.
need that.
Yeah.
The dental dam thing always looked like it would be open because it's supposed to go. When a dentist works on like one tooth, they isolate it and put this rubber down. Hold your mouth open, and when it's on a vagina, it almost looks like the predator's mouth when it's opened up.
But then what does it look like when you put the thing on it?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember
vagina.
when I was even a virgin, when the sex ed teacher at the school pulled out one of those dental dams, which is a sheet of plastic.
Yeah, and you're supposed to
she
use this.
Held it up to her face and stuck her tongue through it, like
Like fucking the Goonies when they're in the attic.
Even as a virgin, I went, no, I'm not using that.
That can't be good. The only thing I want to use it for is actually on her face to fucking smother
Suffocate
her. Here you go,
Well,
you and your dental dam.
All right,
I want it to be like the Aussies.
Oh, right.
So, you know what?
I want it to
Trojan
be
is
like
America's
the
number one
opening of
most...
Twin Peaks.
Danny, this is all in the script for the live read,
This is
right?
all the read. So it's America's number one most trusted brand condoms. Okay, go ahead. Dental dam, pussies, go.
You want to try?
Found dead, wrapped in plastic.
I did lend a condom money once. Never paid me back, but Trojan trusted.
Number one most trusted.
Jimmy leans over to look at me. I should have said it like this, I guess.
That was a good one.
Did you say you lent
money and nothing happens?
See, I lent a condom money. All right, Jimmy, this is throwing things at me. They're condoms,
I don't
actually.
even-
Bearskin condoms. Full. Now I'm drinking. I eat them like space food. It's great.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You know, I think I've only ever had sex once without a condom on.
Without?
What?
Yeah.
You can keep a rod on?
Fuck off. Jim Jeffries just goes, fuck off.
So I don't, because I
That's how
don't
you
really
react.
know any different. You know what I mean? That's all it ever felt like to me. And then I had one girlfriend that I would have sex with without a condom, and then I never did it again.
You'd come in a second. It's really good.
It's all wet.
If you think you're enjoying sex now, have I got something to tell you?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
That?
What's up?
How do you keep a rod like that?
I guess if it's the only way it ever felt.
Yeah, that's the thing is he's not desensitized like we are. Like he's only ever had it. It's like
Now, when you fucked in without one, did you go like, oh my God, this feels fantastic?
Yeah, I mean, to answer Jim's question, when I did it without it, I noticed I get like a little. I don't know if you guys ever get that. I get a little like mental shit going on when
That's
I
called
bang
coming.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'll be like I'll just get a voice in my head that's like, "You better hope you can come, dude." And then like all of a sudden like my heart on, I'm like I got to concentrate more on it. I don't have that problem at all if I'm just raw dogging it. I noticed that. But if I have a condom on, sometimes that thing will happen. But usually it's fine. And
It's that it's that moment that you have to put it on too that just sucks.
Right?
It's like what the fuck is this about?
You start thinking
that doesn't bother me.
I remember the sex ed teachers was saying people don't like putting it on and that type of stuff, but try to make that sexy as well and part of the act.
Oh yeah, great.
Like the girl pulls it out and she just rubs the condom over you, like you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's it. The second I start smelling that latex,
like unless I'm punching it at the same time, nothing's gonna be happening.
That part never bothers me.
No?
Because
it's very mechanical.
9 times out of 10, it's wearing the girl down until she finally goes, fine, get a condom. And I leap out of bed and click my heels in the air. I'm so excited. I don't mind that part.
I sometimes put the condom on before I go out.
Just leave it
so it's
sitting
ready
there.
to go, just sitting there limp.
That
Hoping I
fucking-
don't drink too much and have to have a piss.
That dumb receptacle tip looking like a bear lip. I hate that thing just hanging there full
bear
of
lip?
jizz.
Oh,
You
yeah,
see a
yeah.
grizzly bear's lip when they stand up. That stupid receptacle tip.
It looks like Bill Murray's lip at Caddyshack.
There it is. I'm full of jizz and it's time to take me off. Lucky guy just got laid, I guess. Just came. I hate that thing. It's a no. I hate that. When I would use it, if a girl would insist on a condom, I would use one, and then you do that thing where you fucking use your hand on the clit at the same time.
Oh yeah,
while
I've
you're
heard
fucking.
about that.
You got to have good upper body to do it, but.
Wait, what are you saying?
As you're fucking, you take your right hand or something and slip it like between the two of you and kind of diddle the clit as you're fucking.
You're talking to me.
What's the matter, Jimmy? Hold on.
That's very good for the spoon position where you reach around and do it.
reach
If you're
around and stuff.
spooning,
No, but you could also do it missionary. What's the matter, Jimmy?
I just can't do it. I can't keep a hard on like that. I have to play with my nipples. I don't know how.
What the? Oh, and I'm the weird one for pleasuring the girl while I'm fucking her. Wow, what a sick fuck I am.
I can't do it.
You can't use your hands for anything to pleasure the girl?
No.
No.
Wow.
Hey, you're talking like a lesbian.
I must be some kind of faggot. That's like, and the girl gets like, because now you're getting the clitoral stimulation and your rod is banging it.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to the point where if I'm doing that with a condom on, you get your pinky and crook it into a little hook. And when you're withdrawing for one pump,
and you tear the
that thing
condom.
comes right off.
Yeah.
Boink, whack, it's off. It's up, and then you go, oops. I didn't even know it came off.
Isn't it odd that the girls who insist that you wear condoms are the girls that you trust completely? like the ones that you don't insist are like, you're a bucket of AIDS. But like that girl who really
if she's
insists.
insisting, I know I can fuck her without one.
Yeah.
Because she probably every other time has
it's
used it.
insisted. Yeah. Frigid.
It's the fucking pig with the Danzig tattoo. It's like, just stick it in.
So, Jimmy, you got to play with your nipples.
I have to come, yeah.
So now, how do you... You must never do missionary because you got to
I do. I just prop up on my knees, and I have her do it with her fingers. Well, I'm a terrible fuck.
On your...
My nipples are dead. Like, you could grab mine now and it would mean nothing to me. You could twist the fuckers off.
It tickles too much
They
to
mean
fucking...
nothing to me.
I would giggle like a little fruit and just... It would be awful. I can't have my nipples played with.
I envy that.
I love it.
Giggle like a little fruit.
It's just
horrid. I don't need it, but sometimes I need it sometimes. You know what I mean? There are times like if the BJ's not that great or whatever, I go play with my nipples a little. You know what I mean?
Fucking amazing.
No.
But I love it, dude.
I'm
Chicks
gay.
biting your
I
nipples.
like it when a girl's
like 'em
sucking your balls while you're wanking on her forehead. Like, that to me is heaven.
I like shit. I like when
You are a hopeless romantic.
Yeah. I don't. Leave my nipples alone. Actually, leave everything from the waist up alone.
Fuck any of that.
Like,
Just grab my
I'm
dick.
including looking at me.
Even your eyes. Get them off me.
Get them off me. And like after I come, I don't want to touch the woman. I'm
No,
like,
you're like-
just go away. Oh, just like 30 seconds of that. But like, I can't.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
they like suck me off, I come in their mouth and they come and crawl up onto my chest.
Crawl. It sounds like a fucking
I'm just like,
tarantula. They just crawl up. You don't like cuddling afterwards?
No, not even for a second.
I like a cuddle.
I'm dying. I don't have a good heart, I don't think. I'm like panting.
No, you definitely don't have a good heart.
No.
You have a shit heart, dude. There's no fucking doubt about it, man.
Emotionally and physically.
I've been on this show enough times with you to clarify.
You're a piece of
To
shit.
verify that
I don't mind like the post-coital kind of the girl's in the crook of your arm kind of a thing, and as long as there's something on TV.
That's because you have to fucking burp her.
I don't mean her whole body in the crook of my arm, you bastard. I don't want any like there's nothing going on pillow talk shit, but I don't mind like a girl fucking hanging out. Put your arm around her. She's like doing like the movie thing. Her hands on your chest. You got your arm around her, and you watch it like that. I'm immediately on the remote control, like trying to find something on.
Yeah.
And fuck, my dick is wrapped up like in the sheets like a turban to keep from dripping all over the place.
You put on the accused, and it gets hard again. And the woodsman.
Thank fuck that cum is biodegradable.
Yes.
Like if that just stuff just stuck around forever.
It would be like Ghostbusters 2 under the sea.
I've never thrown any of it out. I've never disposed of it. I just rub it in and just leave it. So my fucking bedroom would look like an infected fish tank.
You got Finn Roth.
Yeah, you got ick. I'm sorry, your room has ick. Wow, Jim Jeffries has to go.
I gotta go to another interview. Yeah, like this is a fucking interview.
Good. I know. That's not, yeah. If he has to go to another interview, wouldn't that say that he has been on an interview?
I've never been interviewed on this show.
So, Mr. Jeffries, now,
why
Sydney.
don't you like coming inside vagina?
I gotta tell you, I'm not the type of guy you have to pry answers out of.
No, you're usually pretty willing to vomit up all kinds of personal information, which is definitely appreciated.
I've been dumped 3 times because of this show.
Because of this show,
Where I come off going, did I say that? Oh, yeah. Well, you caught me there.
It's not like...
I owned up to that.
Not like they're going to replay it or anything 3 fucking times, 4 times. Yeah, you fuck up on this show, there's 4 chances that someone's going to hear it.
That time I was on ecstasy on the show.
Yeah.
I was dumped by 2 girls like that day because I was just saying to the porn stars,
you weren't just seeing double.
I'm single. They
dumped me at the same time.
You know what I like about that? That day that I was on ecstasy at this show, I brought up like 3 fucking idiot friends of mine, right?
Yes.
Today I couldn't get up without Roland coming downstairs to get me, but in my fucking ecstasy haze, I convinced every security person that I was to go up in this building with these other idiots.
With these people that didn't know.
No one stopped me. I hear Bruce Springsteen a couple of weeks ago couldn't fucking get in. She didn't bring his ID.
Dude, it's ridiculous downstairs.
Yeah, Shatner had a problem yesterday getting up.
What the fuck do they think somebody's coming up here to do?
William Shatner had to come up and show his book next to his face as ID. Like,
could you imagine, like, what if? First of all, if Shatner's trying to do any shenanigans, that would be amazing. Yeah. Like, wow, he's fucking Shatner's Al Qaeda. It's amazing. They recruited fucking Shatner.
It's the first time I've ever heard of terrorism as referred to as shenanigans.
I'd like to see.
All right, look, I might have put it a little lightly.
I'd like to see Shatner in charge of Al Qaeda, but just in one of those, that big fucking captain's chair.
In his Captain Kirk chair with the forward screen, just looking. Yeah.
The good thing is he can speak to him. He's probably heard enough Klingon.
He was actually a lot of fun, but he had trouble getting up.
I'm sure he was fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just like you're looking at him the whole time, going, "It's fucking Captain Kirk."
I said a rape joke in front of him, and he laughed, and then it resonated what I said. He sort of turned and looked at me.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm sure he's had his share of rape. All right, look, I'm not sure.
Jesus Christ!
Come on. Hey, you watched that show.
Your wife doesn't end up in a pool for no reason.
Oh my God!
Oh boy!
He fucking, I watched some of those episodes of Star Trek when he belts a girl in the face in a couple of episodes. There's like one blonde chick that is totally into him. I think it's one of the thralls, one of the slave girls and stuff. And she's in the cell with him, and he kind of leans back and kisses her, and her eyes are still shut. She's fucking in the I just kissed Captain Kirk daze. and he fucking belts her in the face and knocks her out.
And that was just the security camera of his caravan.
Yeah, it wasn't even being filmed. It was a blooper. It was an outtake. It was on the gag reel. He belts her in the face, then he gently laid her head down on a couch. Like, yeah, here you go.
It's like emptying the gun.
Jim's got to go. I'm seeing it in caps now.
Yeah.
Large font that
Thanks for
Travis
having
put
me,
up.
lads. I'll see you in November.
Jim Jeffries, in November, you coming back?
Yeah, I'm doing
cool,
Caroline's Thanksgiving week.
We would like to see you a lot more often than we do. Thank you. God
See
bless
you,
the
buddy.
Queen. And have fun, my friend. Jim Jeffries. Fucking guy is so funny. We were talking earlier how cool it is to have that accent because you get away with so much more.
I know.
He fucking sat there and just went like, yeah, so this bloody cunt fucking saying shit and fucking cunt, crap, fuck, cunt. And it's like, it's endearing, man.
It
It's
is.
fucking cool in that accent.
It is.
If you just sit there and go, hey, you fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Don't work.
Yeah, because we're so dumb over here that we actually think that accent means you're smart.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We sit there, we glorify everybody else. Well, they're sophisticated over in England.
You hear that accent?
They say cunt.
That's how
like it's the.
Yeah, that's how professors talk.
You know what
in
I mean?
that accent.
Not that I'm knocking the accent. I love the fucking accent.
It's great.
And I love the guy
funny as
that
fuck.
has the accent.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is a great place, too.
Yeah.
All right?
You cunt.
We got a lot to fucking be proud of here. And I'm sick of these fucking limeys.
You fucking limeys coming over here like they own the fucking place again.
Okay? Okay? You want to come over here? Fucking limey. It's your fucking fish and your fucking pints.
Yeah. We grab a pint and this cunt comes over to me at the pub and have a pint. Yeah,
I don't drink pints. I drink pounders.
Yeah, it's like they got a different word for everything.
I was really into that for a second.
Yeah. It is kind of fun talking in
Wasn't going
that
anywhere.
dopey ass accent.
Will you please do? I'm asking you every time I see you now. I want you to do dice.
What
again.
are you talking about? I'm not, what am I, a hand puppet for you? It's like a goof or something. I sit there, Joe DeRosa, why don't you do the dice? I'm going to do it all day. Hey, jerk off. Hey, I'm a person over here.
I wish I could do a fucking impression of a comedian and we could just.
The dice thing. It's been forever.
I could kind of
forever. I love doing the dice.
I could kind of do Bill Hicks.
Really?
Kinda.
Well, are we going to get to hear it? Pressure's on now.
No, you're not. probably.
No, you're not.
All I can do is K. That's all I can do. That's not really.
He did say.
Ant, you want to go for the
few
third
times.
one?
Huh?
K.
Yeah. K. You're fucking wrong. K. That's all I can do. That's not a good impression.
No, it sounds like
It's a terrible.
It sounds like you.
It sounds like
It
me
just
just
sounds
saying
like you
K.
saying K. I don't know what that is.
All right.
You could say it's Bill Hicks. He's been dead so long, no one really knows.
I had an impression.
I
I
remember
could
it sound like. I do a great impression of Mussolini. Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Ooh,
Hey.
Gatsungul.
Kill
Hey,
these.
Hitler.
Kill these fucking people and then get me some Piscetti. I'm Mussolini over here.
I'm Mussolini. Hey, Hitler, you gotta help me out here. The people are turning on me. I'm on your side. The people are pissed. The trains are running on time, and they're still mad at me. Help me out here. And what about Tojo? I'm part of the Axis powers.
Oh, Jesus.
Look what I got here. Gatsungul. Phenomenal.
All right, let's do. You do Dice.
Andrew
Dice Mussolini, and I'll do Bobby Kelly Hitler.
Andrew Dice Mussolini and Bobby Hitler Kelly.
Hey, Hitler. I need a hand with my people. They're out of hand. They want to hang me by my heels.
Look, dude, you can't fucking call me every time you get fucking jammed up.
Look, I just take some time from killing some Jews and help me out here.
Dude, look, I got shit to do too, okay? And you fucking call me up and you start barking at me like I gotta fucking run over there and do some shit. You know what, dude? Fuck you, okay?
What's with the mustache? What, you think that looks good? No, I'm gonna shave a little mustache. This is improv, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I just realized halfway through it, I wasn't saying anything Hitler-centric. I was just talking like Bobby.
Dude, we go fly fishing. I'm Hitler. You just keep saying I'm Hitler.
Damn, that's a good impression.
Who's that? Is that Patrice?
That's Maz.
Oh, that was Patrice.
Oh, shit.
Okay. This is my attempted boss.
Now we're gonna do tag it. Tag it.
This is my
I'll tag
boss.
you. You have to freeze in the position, and I'll be fucking
I got all these stupid Jews in my country.
Wow, that is good. No, that's fucking good.
But Bob DeBono's the first guy to ever do Voss, and it's the best Voss ever.
I've heard him. It's amazing.
But I'll try to do this. I got all these stupid Jews in my country, okay? And I just need to kind of like experiment them. Is that the word exterminate I meant to say?
Yeah, you could be the stupidest motherfucker that's ever tried to conquer the world.
Listen, do you guys mind if I bring my kid to the gas chambers while we slaughter the Jews? Because me and Bonnie couldn't get a sitter.
What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? You sound like an asshole. And you want to bring your kids to some horror.
He doesn't know. He's too young to know what's happening.
Hitler Voss, you're a bad father.
Hitler Voss.
Hitler Voss.
I love that's just both last names.
Adolf Voss, Hitler guy.
God. Is this funny at all? I don't even know.
I don't care.
Jesus.
I don't care. This ain't my show.
Yeah, this is actually, technically it's mine neither. We did a great job today. We rule at this. We should do this all the time. That's how good of hosts we are.
Hey, it's the Holocaust.
If you guys like today's show, today's after show,
yes.
I gotta let you know that the After O&A Live was brought to you by Trojan Bear Skin Condoms. Trojan, they're America's #1 most trusted brand condoms, I'll have you know.
I don't have sex without them.
And if you enjoyed,
In the drawer.
and if you did enjoy, please support our sponsor. And don't forget that both Anthony Cumia and Joe DeRosa himself will be part of the Secret Show to the Future happening November 5th at 10 o'clock. Go to secretshowtothefuture.com for all the info. And if you want to check out a really cool shirt, you should go to tinyurl.com/secretshirt.
Very excited.
Very excited.
It's gonna be so
I'll be the first to say I'm getting fucking hammered.
Oh, wasted.
At the Secret Show.
We are going to be wasted.
I will be sleeping somewhere in your house.
That's fine.
Let me
you
tell
know
you.
what? Put the seat back in the theater. You'll crap right out. Be great.
You know, I've been on the phone with Joe, and we've talked about it, and Bobby and everything.
Yeah.
And one of Joe's major concerns about this project was if he could drink and if everyone was going to be hanging out drinking.
Please, you know where this is? Jesus.
I did. I just didn't know if it was because it was like a special thing, if nobody was going to party after or what.
God, it's mandatory.
All right.
We'll party until Monday morning.
Yes,
I'm sure.
exactly. We're totally out of time.
Can
I guess we got to wrap it up.
Can you plug Gotham? Can I plug
Yes,
Gotham?
yes.
Sorry.
Do it.
Gotham this Saturday night, 3 shows. Come out, please. It's going to be great. I want to see the O&A guys there. 3 shows for Saturday.
Very cool. Stick around for Ron and Fez. I guess Martin Sheen and Emilio Estevez going to be on the show. Very excited to hear Ronnie talk to them. And we'll see you Monday.
The Opie and Anthony show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey!
On The Virus.